lovers of Assassin's Creed 3, my name is Nick Pell, and this review is once again coming from my college dorm room. Now, today I am going to review Assassin's Creed 3, The Tyranny of King Washington, Part 1, The Infamy. I'm going to get right into it. It released today, February 19th, 2013, and I played through it. So, getting right down into the gritty stuff. This story essentially takes place in an alternate dimension, more or less, in which Connor wakes up. He retains all of his memories from the original Assassin's Creed 3, just the playing game, but nobody else does. The whole reality that he's known is totally different. He's in his native outfit that he would have had he remained with the natives up through his current stage in life. His mother is alive, and as far as we can tell, at this point, Connor has no idea why this is happening, and it's not really revealed why this is happening at all. But he kind of goes along with it, and it's quickly revealed that George Washington is essentially this power-hungry monster who has no memory of Connor whatsoever. He tries to kill him, he attacks his village. He's basically the Charles Lee of this reality. He's this bad guy, General Putnam, who led the battle at Bunker Hill. He is one of Washington's side generals, and then Benedict Arnold, of all people, is the other one. So I wonder if they will actually show like a history of how the revolution went down with Washington in this power-hungry stage. And he is this power-hungry person because he possesses an apple of Eden. He basically has it on his staff, and he is invincible with this power. And Connor, being the heroic person that he is, tries to reason with Washington, but then realizing that this is not the same Washington that he knows, tries to try to find a way to take down Washington. And that is essentially the story for this main first part. Lots of things happen, but I'm not going to get into too many big spoilers until the end. Watch after the credits, you'll see my thoughts on the ending and spoilers. The gameplay as a whole, not really different at all. There are a few differences in terms of new features. With this new reality, Connor, about midway through the DLC, he acquires the ability to become invisible. Actually, I'm assuming he's taking the form of a wolf, but I don't really know for certain. And then he's also able to, instead of summoning assassins, he summons wolf, as like 3 wolves as a wolf pack. And this happens, like I said, about halfway through the DLC. And so yeah, besides that, there's not a whole lot different gameplay wise. The whole first third of this DLC series or trilogy is set in the frontier. It doesn't go into Boston, it doesn't go to New York, it doesn't go to the homestead. It goes just strictly to the frontier. And so yeah, that is how that is. The DLC itself is only about an hour or 2 long, if that. There's a lot, there's a decent amount of side quests. There's a bunch of treasures, and then there's also a bunch of people they can find who are either starving or have various tasks for you to do. So it does give you a little more to do after you finish up with the regular DLC story. As I said before, check back watch after the credits to see my thoughts on the ending, and for a few spoilers where I talk a little bit more in depth about the DLC as a whole. Yeah, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate that immensely. For those of you who subscribe to me and watch regularly, who are wondering, I will be doing this type of review just kind of instant, as soon as possible. For a lot of the TV shows, once they have their season finales, like The Walking Dead, How I Met Your Mother, Castle, a bunch of things that I will watch. And then for the other 2 DLC versions of this, I will be doing as well. Yeah, that's my review. As always, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, my good people, keep on gaming. Alright, and if you are still watching, you are watching because you want to hear my take on the ending of this DLC, and it was kind of interesting because it felt kind of rushed for the most part, kind of forced. which is an issue that I had with the main game itself, is that some of the sequences felt a little bit rushed and not really, yeah, there are parts of it that I didn't think really needed to be included. I do like the idea that Connor is kind of becoming power hungry in a sense, because he has acquired this new power of invisibility, and he's acting like nobody can defeat me now. He's acting like he's invincible. So I could see in either the second or third part him kind of mirroring Washington and not really realizing that until somebody points him out, or even if Washington himself points that out, like, you are just like me, you have nowhere to criticize, or something like that. I think that'd be really interesting. But seeing Connor take out Benedict Arnold, not the most dramatic thing. What he said, what Arnold said at the very end of his little death speech thing, was actually quite interesting. I'm excited to see Benjamin Franklin show up in the next game, or the next installment of this in a month. There were a few missions that I kind of found a little bit irritating, just in the fact that they were kind of more rigorous and difficult than they really needed to be. The, I think, third or fourth mission, where you have to locate the native friend that you have who's been kidnapped. You're looking for clues, and there's 4 clues total, but you can only grab them in a certain order, and the little circle doesn't close each time you find a clue. It infuriated me for a little bit, because it took way longer to find the clues than it really needed to. That's my take on the ending. Put your thoughts on it down below, and what you are looking forward to in the next 2 installments. Yeah, like I said before, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. That would be amazing, and I would love you for it. And once again, my name is Pell, and as always, my good people, keep on gaming.